Hey, I hope you're having a good day. In this video, I'll show you how fast leveling a gun is when you're doing supply runs. First, let's get a few things ready before we begin with this method. Alright, decide which type of weapon you're going to level. Next, check your missions under the Challenges tab to see if there's a mission that requires that kind of weapon. You can do the same with your operator missions. Check if there's one that you might have a bit of progress on to get those skins. Also, check if you have any weapon XP tokens, if there's a double XP event. Those will be very helpful in the outcome of each run. Finally, make a loadout that has the weapon you want to level, and, if you can, try to make it match the specifications of your missions. Using a melee as your secondary, C4 as your lethal, and a trophy system as your field upgrade is optional, but very handy. Another alternative is using double kill and equipping a riot shield as your secondary. You'll be driving around, so using ghost won't be as helpful since players can already see you on the map. The riot shield will increase your survivability when driving, especially when you're using an ATV for better mobility. Alright, let's do this. Choose a supply run contract that's close to a vehicle. In this case, I have to get a contract from downtown to get some progress on my daily missions. Run towards the vehicle, switch to your melee if you have one, then drop a trophy system on it to protect yourself from rockets and C4s. Unlike other games with vehicles, Warzone players actually want to hunt those who are using vehicles. In PUBG, I just avoid the incoming vehicles, but in Warzone, players have the means to obliterate a vehicle, making you quite vulnerable when doing supply runs. Warzone players have access to rocket launchers, C4s, Semtexes, cluster strikes, and precision airstrikes. Even a crossbow with explosive bolts can one-hit an ATV. Since you're moving around the map quickly, those who are dedicated to hunting will be likely to use vehicles too. That's when a C4 will come into play. A proper destruction will discourage those hunters from chasing you again. Now that they're out of the way, let's take this opportunity for another tip. If you're already sure that you won't make it in time to finish your contract, just run towards a new one. Don't waste time by racing against it, unless your destination is near another supply run contract. By the way, it's up to you if you'd like to buy a discounted item for each successful run. I don't usually bother with it because buying anything just slows me down. I also don't like using self-revives while doing this since it's very likely that I died because my vehicle exploded. Reviving myself then running around to look for a new vehicle will just be a waste of time, compared to respawning and parachuting to my destination. If you're in a squad, then I suggest getting those self-revives, because the respawn will just take longer when you have teammates. So, why am I recommending supply run contracts instead of other contracts? Each contract has its own flaw. The scavenger contract can be the slowest to finish if you have no way of reaching a supply cache. The recon contract will shoot up a flare, making you an easy target, especially if you're in an open space. Some players even camp the locations until your recon contract expires. The bounty contract is unpredictable because your target might be on the other side of the map, and you might not have enough time to drive across the map and kill them. Or your target might even kill you instead. Although in my experience, the first 3 to 5 bounty contracts, they're usually nearby. Alright, here are the results. After a 15-minute plunder match and 6 successful supply runs, my SMG went from level 1 to level 14. Don't forget that this is only possible if you have a weapon XP boost. Without it, this method can be more tedious. So once you have unlocked the attachments that can make it easier for you to kill, start each plunder match by finishing 3 bounty contracts. After that, continue doing supply run contracts until you have all the attachments that you need.